Rhea Ripley drops brutally honest claim about child, Dominik Mysterio, WWE Universe in shock. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. What you're about to hear isn't just a wrestling storyline, it's a revelation that's taken the WWE Universe by storm. One of the most powerful, dominant forces in WWE today, Rhea Ripley, known to millions as Mommy, has just unleashed a statement that has everyone talking. And not just fans, superstars, backstage officials, commentators, social media, everyone. This isn't about a title. This isn't about a betrayal in the ring. This is about something far more personal. For months, no, years, the dynamic between Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio has been one of the most unique relationships in all of WWE. From their rise in Judgment Day to their shared victories, there's been speculation, memes, love, hate, and everything in between. But now, Rhea Ripley has called Dominic something that has sent shockwaves through the locker room. She didn't call him a partner. She didn't call him a friend. She didn't call him Dom. She called him a child. A child who's not ready for the responsibility he's been handed. A child who's lost himself. This is the story of what Rhea Ripley really thinks of Dominik Mysterio, and why it might mean the end of everything they've built. Let's dive in. The rise of Mommy and Dom. When Rhea Ripley returned to WWE in 2022 and aligned herself with Judgment Day, everything changed. She became darker, stronger, colder, and more focused than ever before. But her biggest surprise wasn't her dominance in the ring, it was her sudden, unexpected chemistry with one of the most polarizing figures in WWE, Dominik Mysterio. At the time, Dominic was trying to find himself. He was Rey Mysterio's son, caught between legacy and rebellion. And then came Rhea Ripley. Rhea didn't just guide him, she transformed him. She pulled him from his father's shadow and helped mold him into something new. Something bold, something dangerous. Dominic joined Judgment Day, and together, he and Rhea became one of the most talked about duos in WWE history. Fans called them WWE's version of Harley Quinn and the Joker. They were unpredictable, they were magnetic, and above all, they worked. Through thick and thin, they were together. Whether it was Ripley backing Dom during his feud with Rey, or Dominic being there at ringside during Rey's battles, these two became inseparable. They won, they taunted, they dominated, and for a while, it seemed like nothing could stop them. But then, the cracks started showing. The shift, it started subtly. Dominic began showing signs of insecurity. His promos became more erratic. His matches less consistent. Meanwhile, Ripley's star was only rising. Rhea became women's world champion. She steamrolled opponents. She had epic title defenses. She main evented shows. But while Rhea was soaring, Dominic seemed lost. There were moments where he cost her matches. Times where he got pinned in tag matches because he wasn't focused. Whispers backstage started circulating. Was Dominik Mysterio holding Rhea Ripley back? For months, Ripley defended him. She called him her Dom. She said he was misunderstood. She brushed off mistakes. She protected him like a lioness shields her cub. But everything changed after WrestleMania 41. At WrestleMania, Rhea retained her title in a brutal war. Dominic, he suffered yet another high-profile loss. And this time, Rhea didn't cover for him. Backstage sources revealed tension between the two. Rhea reportedly walked past Dominic after the match without saying a word. No hug, no pat on the back, nothing. Then came the bombshell interview. The interview that shook the WWE Universe. During a sit-down with WWE Digital just 1 week after WrestleMania 41, Rhea Ripley did the unthinkable. She spoke openly about her frustrations with Dominik Mysterio. With cold eyes and a calm demeanor, Rhea said, "I've always protected Dominic. I've always believed in him. But there comes a point where you realize you're carrying someone who's not growing. And you've got to ask yourself, am I building a legacy? Or babysitting a child?" Silence. The interviewer was speechless. Rhea continued, "Dom has heart. I'll never deny that. But he doesn't understand what this business demands. He wants to be the man, but he's still a boy living in Rey Mysterio's shadow. And I've been dragging him through the fire, hoping he'd come out forged. But lately, All I see is someone melting under pressure. Fans were stunned. Social media exploded. Mommy turned on Dom. Trended worldwide. TikTok clips of the moment went viral. WWE superstars began reacting in real time. Becky Lynch tweeted a single word, "Ouch." Santos Escobar wrote, "Been saying this for a year." Even Rey Mysterio broke his silence. Maybe now he'll finally grow up. But the most shocking thing wasn't what Rhea said, it was what she didn't say. She never once mentioned loyalty. She never once said she still believed in Dominic. And that told the whole story. Dominic responds. Dominik Mysterio didn't stay silent for long. The following week on Raw, he cut a promo that was part heartbreak, part defiance. Standing alone in the ring, without the Judgment Day, without Rhea by his side, Dominic looked directly into the camera and said, "I know I'm not perfect. I know I've messed up. But everything I did for Judgment Day. I did for Mommy." His voice cracked slightly, a rare break in his usual smug persona. "I thought I meant more to her. I thought we were ride or die. But maybe I was just a child in her eyes. And if that's true, then I've got some growing up to do." Without her, it was the most emotionally vulnerable moment Dominik Mysterio had ever shown on WWE television. He dropped the mic and walked away. Backstage, Judgment Day was reportedly split. Damian Priest remained quiet. Finn Balor showed support for Rhea. J.D. McDonough, he said nothing at all. And Rhea, she didn't even watch his promo live. When asked later by Kathy Kelly about Dominic's response, Ripley shrugged and said, "Words are cheap. Let's see if he can finally act like a man." The aftermath. In the weeks that followed, the fallout from Rhea Ripley's statement continued to ripple through WWE. Dominic stopped accompanying her to matches. He began wrestling on his own. No Judgment Day interference, no backup. Fans started to notice something different. He was fighting harder, cleaner, more focused. He picked up a string of victories, nothing flashy, but solid wins. Meanwhile, Rey's dominance continued, but her demeanor grew colder, sharper, less playful, less mommy, more monster. People began asking, was this the rebirth of Rhea Ripley, or the destruction of Dom Dom? At WWE Backlash, Rhea defended her title successfully. Dominic, earlier in the night, lost a hard-fought match against Ricochet. But this time, Rhea watched from the entrance ramp. Silently, she didn't interfere, she didn't cheer, she just watched. And when the match ended, she turned around and walked backstage. No hug, no words. It was a message. You're on your own now. Is this the end of Judgment Day? With Rhea Ripley distancing herself from Dominic, many are wondering, is this the beginning of the end for Judgment Day? Without Rhea and Dom's magnetic chemistry, the group feels different. Unstable. Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank briefcase. Finn Balor is chasing singles glory. J.D. McDonough is lurking in the shadows. And Dominic, he's isolated, alone. It's poetic in a way. He broke from his father to find freedom. Found Rhea Ripley. Became her shadow. And now, he's lost her too. But is this truly the end? Or the painful beginning of Dominic's true transformation? What comes next? WWE sources have hinted that this rift is far from over. There are rumors of a potential storyline where Dominic finally turns on Rhea, angry, resentful, and determined to prove himself. Others believe Rhea will make an example of Dominic, attacking him in front of the world to cement her status as the top villain in WWE. But there's another theory, one that's even more intriguing. What if this isn't a breakup? What if this is tough love? What if Rhea Ripley calling Dominic a child wasn't an insult, but a challenge? A way of saying, grow up, or get left behind. That's the beauty of Rhea Ripley. She's not just physical, she's psychological. She breaks you down to build you up, or destroy you. And Dominic, he now stands at a crossroads. He can either prove Rhea right, or prove her wrong. The next few months will define his career.